How's it going, Detroit Red Wings Nation? I'm going to be doing my first player report on a goalie today. We're going to be doing that Jimmy Howard. Jimmy Howard played 60 games for us last season, winning 22 and losing 27 of those games. He posted a .910 save percentage and a 2.85 goals against average. I expect to see Jimmy Howard as a starting. They might compete with Jonathan Bernier at training camp. Alright, the big controversy surrounding Jimmy Howard is that he's coming of age. He's, I believe, turning 35 very soon. Let me just make sure real quick. Yeah, he's 34 right now, and I believe by next season he should be 35 when his contract comes up. So should we trade him at the end, roughly at the trade deadline, get a few picks out of him, or should we just keep him? Or just keep him and then let him retire? Or should we sign him on for an extension? I do like Jimmy Howard. He plays very well. He fights very hard. He's got a gritty attitude. I remember when I thought Mrazek was going to win it all and take over the starting job in Detroit, and Jimmy Howard just straight up said no, and Mrazek's now in Carolina, I believe. The Flyers didn't sign him on to an extension, and Carolina picked him up, so Jimmy Howard's been our guy as of this moment. And I mean, we signed Jonathan Bernier to a 3-year, $3 million a year contract, but Bernier is not a starter. He's maybe a fragile starter at best, but he is not going to take over Jimmy Howard's job. Now, this kinda might not end up working in our favor. Jimmy Howard likes that competition. He liked when Mrazek was fighting for his job. He liked fighting. He's not going to have to fight that hard to win the starting job over Bernier. As of this moment, I say we probably sign him on to an extension of 2 years at like $4.5 million, or probably 3.5 to 4, just so that we can bury him in long-term injury reserve, or even if we had to trade him, it wouldn't be that big of a cap hit. He is a good player. He has been playing fairly well for his age, so it wouldn't be a long shot to say that he can play a little bit more closer to 40 without taking too much of a decline in his level of play. But I doubt that Jonathan Bernier will be able to take the starting job from him, or even compete for it. I'm going to give Jimmy Howard an A- for this year. He really fought hard over the last 2 seasons, just to be specific, so I'm kind of giving him a bump. But he has been a little bit loose sometimes. There's been a few games where he's not been on his game. And that's being said, he's a goalie, so it's not like he's going to be perfect every night. He has to play 60 minutes every single game he plays. And he got pulled like once, I think. And that was against the Toronto Maple Leafs, which have an elite offense. And not to mention them adding Tavares. So I think Jimmy Howard got an A-. Let me know what you think. Jimmy Howard deserves a higher grade or a lower grade. And until next time, Detroit Red Wings Nation, out.